Hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what I painted this month for December 2015. So, not a lot of variety this month, but as you can see, the surface on which the miniatures are standing has changed quite dramatically. The green grass mat has been replaced with a battle mat. There'll be a separate video on that coming up at some point, so keep your eyes peeled. Now these are Chaos Cultists, 20 of them to be precise. But these are not mine, these are John's. You may have seen him in the 40k battle reports or the various cheesy promotional videos that we did. But if you watched the last battle report, you'll have seen that these guys were entirely grey. So it was good camouflage because it was quite a grey table for that game. But obviously they needed to be painted, and he doesn't really get any time to paint nowadays. I think he's got about 500,000 children, so not much free time for painting. He didn't want them doing to an outrageously high standard, so I've kept it very basic, but there are a few little things picked out that keep them from looking too bland, I think. The main clothes, as you can see, are dry brushed in grey over the black. The bases are also grey, so I thought that might be a little bit of a problem, but I actually think it looks quite good. Got some close-ups here. You can see this is one of the bosses. I gave him a pink hairstyle and the little yellow shoulder pad accessories there. Those are two examples of where I've tried to inject colour into the models, just so it's not all completely grey. That's why all the boots are brown as well. You can see that I've picked out all the... I'm not sure if they're exactly tattoos, but there's some kind of chaotic markings. I decided to put them in a metallic colour, because I thought that looked quite nifty. And here you can see the guy with the flamer. He's got a bit of orange going on, with the little tube coming out of the flamer, and on his backpack as well, where the fuel is kept. And I've tried to just go in and pick out little details, like you can see the straps that have been painted brown, just because all the other colours were so basic, just the dry brushing of the grey over the black for the clothes, with also a little bit of white dry brushed on them, I should point out as well, to give it a little bit more depth. And most of the metallic colours were just the colour itself followed by a wash, so that's why I went in and just picked out some little bits in different colours, just to make them look a bit more exciting. Now this guy didn't have a weapon when it got to me. I have no idea what happened to that. So he did have the bottom half of weapon though. So I decided what would make a fitting weapon for a Chaos Cultist. I had a quick look in my bits box and thought, well, how about a head on a stick? And I think it looks pretty cool. That was painted the same way I did the rest of the skin, which was just skin colour and a wash, but then I put a bit of a blue wash over it as well, to make it look a little bit dead. And you can see the eyes have been picked out in white as well. Here's a guy who has quite a prominent marking on his shoulder, which is in metal, and also the eyeball as well is another example of just a tiny little bit of a different colour put on there, just to stop them looking bland. And I think overall it was quite effective. So not a huge amount painted this month, but 20 guys, not to be sniffed at, and they'll look a little less grey on the table, which is weird considering they're painted mostly in grey. And hopefully they'll feature in an upcoming battle report, and I'll probably be the one killing them, to be fair. As far as what I've got on the agenda for January, right now I'm looking at several Stormcast Prosecutors and a couple of Flying Knights. So they're next up, and when they're done I've got some bolt action stuff just waiting to go that's just been airbrushed on the other side of the room, along with my Radical Trevor from the Wasteman Kickstarter, which has just been primed so far. I might get to that this month. We'll see how fast these Stormcasts get done, and then the bolt action, and then that'll be next. So could end up being done this month if I really go on a painting marathon and get it all done. Also videos are going to be coming back in full force this month, I imagine. Obviously December's a very busy time for everybody with Christmas and people not being at home and whatnot, and I did spend quite a few days away from home around the festive season, and I don't think I played any games of anything in December, no miniatures games at least. But I have got some Kings of War and some 40k and some Age of Sigmar lined up very, very soon, so I should be back to the old battle reports quite soon, so you can look forward to that. So let me know if you think these cultists look sufficiently culty and chaotic, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!